So if you don't know it by now, I grew up with the legendary Chicago rapper, Young Pappy. I've said this multiple times on my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of videos where I talk about the experience growing up with Pappy, how close we were, etc. I was blessed with the opportunity to be anywhere close to a legend like that. When I first met bro, was in 5th grade. And in 5th grade, people was already calling him Young Pappy. In 5th grade. Literally, when we used to introduce him to other people, it was as Pappy. In school, of course, the teachers and stuff like that would call him by his real name. Everybody else would call him Pappy. So I just wanted to give you guys a couple more Young Pappy stories. I want to be able to put this out there just in case if anything happens to me or if I don't get an opportunity to ever speak on these experiences, I want them to hit the internet so it can help somebody out there, so it can inspire somebody else that's out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just using this as an opportunity for God to use me as a vessel to just be able to just tell my story, you know, and by being honest and by being authentic and just being myself, I can help somebody else get through a dark time, because we're all connected and God uses all of us in ways that you would never even think of. You feel me? Young Pappy came to our school in 5th grade. When I say our school, I'm talking about McCutcheon, which is a school that's still in Uptown. It's an elementary school that's still in Uptown. It's on Sheridan. Man, it was a small school. It was so small. I remember that in 8th grade, there was only maybe 20 people that graduated out of our 8th grade class. 20 people. That's how small it was. The school was literally so small. We didn't have a gym, so we didn't have any sports teams. It was a couple years where they added in the sports teams, but we would play our games at the Boys and Girls Club, which was right next to our school. I remember in 7th grade, we had a basketball team, and we played our basketball games at the Boys and Girls Club, which was the building that was directly next to us. So we had that luxury of having that relationship with the Boys and Girls Club, but our school itself didn't have a gym. I think in 5th grade, the school lost so much money that they had the 5th graders and the 6th graders in the same classroom. Imagine that. It's 5th graders and 6th graders in the same classroom. This is on the north side of Chicago. This is not even the south side. That's just how it was back then. Shit was a little bit more rough. We used to do everything inside the lunchroom. We used to have assemblies in the lunchroom, performances in the lunchroom. Everything was just in the lunchroom because we didn't have no gym. We didn't have no auditorium. We didn't have any sports teams. So all of the cool people in school, they wanted to join the music programs because there wasn't no sports programs. You know, usually the jocks in the school and the cool kids try to join the football team, try to join the basketball team, you know, to try to get some girls. At our school, it wasn't like that. All we had was music programs. So when I was in 5th grade, I was in keyboard class, I was in chorus class and shit like that. We even had ballroom dancing. They taught us how to do the salsa, merengue, all of that shit, man. I forgot that shit now. But back then, 5th grade, I was in that shit. Pappy was in that shit too. Man. Pappy actually went on to do the competition. They didn't even choose me for the competition. They chose Pappy and they chose some other motherfuckers. But I was in the program though. You know, they taught us the merengue, they taught us the salsa. You would choose a female partner in the class and both of y'all would be like a couple, and then you got to do a dance routine on some Dancing with the Stars type shit. Keyboard class. So it's all the people in the hood that used to gangbang that was in the streets, they was all in chorus class and shit like that, because when you was in chorus class, you got special privileges. Skip class and you get to be a part of assemblies and used to have that attention on you. So a lot of the hood dudes was in chorus class for that reason. Pappy was in chorus. I was in chorus. You feel me? A lot of the guys from that area was in chorus. So this is a crazy ass story. When I was a kid, I was a shy ass kid. I always struggled with my confidence. I struggled with articulating myself because my background and the trauma that I was experiencing was at a high level, and I didn't know how to deal with it as a child. My mother passed away, single parent, all different type of shit, you know what I'm saying? I was separated from my family, so I didn't grow up with no cousins, I didn't grow up with no aunties, no uncles, I didn't grow up with no grandparents, I don't even know my grandparents. I was just going through a lot of shit at home, and that shit was affecting my school life. It was affecting my confidence. Back then, we used to always fry each other. We used to flame each other at school. So what that basically is people will crack jokes on people, talk about their clothes, talk about their shoes, talk about how they look on some funny shit. And that's really how I started rapping, because I believe in 6th grade or so, maybe 5th grade, yeah, like 5th, 6th grade, I remember we was in the lunchroom. It was me, Pappy, and a whole bunch of our friends that was in our class. We was in the lunchroom. The lunchroom was when niggas used to get their ass fried, used to get their ass flamed, sizzled. People that talk about your shoes, how you look, your motherfucking teeth, anything that they can say about you to make the whole lunchroom laugh at your ass. They laughing at you, boy. You got on K-Swiss, they laughing at you, boy. You got on Shacks, they laughing at you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I remember I used to be doing that shit too. I ain't gonna lie, but at first I was shy. So I remember this one time we was at lunch, and then somebody had flamed me on bro. I forgot what the fuck they said, G, but they had said something to me. I was just stuck, you feel me? I ain't know what to say, because I'm like, damn, G, I'm already thinking, you feel me? I'm thinking about some shit that happened at home. I'm thinking about whatever, you feel me? Motherfucker just get to talking about me just out of nowhere. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm just stuck. Like, when I froze up and I ain't say nothing, Pappy, he looked at me and he was like, boy, your ass better flame that nigga. You better fry his ass. So when he said that, I felt the pressure to say something. So I remember I had said some shit. I get to frying his ass, and I remember the whole lunchroom just got the rolling, folks. The whole lunchroom just got the laughing. And I remember from that day, I just used to start flaming motherfuckers. Like from that day, I was just flaming motherfuckers, bro. And I remember Pappy used to be flaming motherfuckers. And it's almost kind of like flaming, telling jokes on people, cracking jokes on people was really how I got into making music. When I first started making music, I was making parody raps. Like, I was making remixes to like Young Jock, Soulja Boy songs and shit, but I was making it funny. You feel me? So like, for example, this one song that I made in 6th grade, I still remember that shit. I was like, meet me at McDonald's. It's going down. Give me a double cheese. It's going down. Give me some fries. It's going down. Every time you see me, it's going down. Meet me at McDirt. You feel me? Like, meet me at Burger King. It's going down. So I used to be doing like, you know, like shit like that. Hop up by the bed, take my drawers off. Took a look in the mirror, had to fart. Damn, this shit stinky. Oh. I used to be making shit like that. It all started out from flaming motherfuckers, just talking about motherfuckers. And then it went from talking about motherfuckers to now I'm making parody raps. But then the parody raps was cool and all. Pappy his shit was on a whole nother level. See, Pappy used to be freestyling all through the neighborhood. He used to always freestyle. We'd be walking to the store. We get to the corner store. He freestyling for the clerk. We walk down across the street. We run into some people. He freestyling for them. I remember this one boy, and like his freestyle used to be like unbelievably like good for like this used to be unbelievable. I remember this one line I never forget. I think that we was just all just like outside, and Pappy was freestyling. He was like, gotta keep something in the trunk like an elephant. And I remember when he said that shit, I was like, damn, I thought that shit was the coldest line ever. Gotta keep something in the trunk like an elephant. He said some shit like that when he was freestyling, and I was like, damn, this nigga cold, you know?
Get hit with a small tip if you so bold. Hold on, back the fuck up. Who you talking to? I'ma draw a line that I want you to walk into. Night vision on the pipe like I'm stalking you. On top of the roof with the eagle, bitch, I am hawking you. You know what we did. Take his money like a bid. You a dummy if you ever talking funny to the kid. You be running in the sack. Bitch is hectic. Caress on the breast till I get this bitch naked. Marcus Houston, I beat up the pussy reckless. This bitch get me thrown all around, call it necklace. I try not to smoke no more, but that's dead, bitch. Just give me a square, then give me a light head, bitch.
862, yeah, we holding it down, holding it down.
He really motivated me to like, okay, I'm making parody shit. I'm making funny type of, you know what I'm saying? I'm the funny nigga. But let me actually try to make some music that means something, because I'm also thinking about my story, my mother passing away, and everything that I'm going through at home, me being separated from my family, my parents coming from other countries and being immigrants. I'm thinking about my story and I'm like, damn, I low-key got a lot of shit that I could rap about, some real shit. Instead of me trying to make some funny shit, I could actually make something that actually means something. Something that can inspire people, that can motivate people. A way that I can express myself and express all of these dark thoughts and dark times in my life that I know that other people are also going through. So if I'm brave enough to tell my story and put my story on wax, I know that it's going to help the next person. So that was kind of basically the idea behind it. Was I'm like, man, bro, I got to make some shit deeper than just some funny shit. I used to be at home writing raps and shit, trying to figure this shit out. Sometimes I write some decent raps. Sometimes my shit'll be trash. But I always go to school and I show Pappy. And Pappy always be like, yeah, bro, that's decent, bro. That's decent, bro. That's decent. Pappy never really called my shit trash. Like, he was just always just saying, like, yeah, that shit decent, bro. That shit decent, bro. I was low-key surprised because I was thinking that he was going to call my shit trash. You feel me? He's like, nah, bro, that shit decent. When I had linked up with a former classmate of mine, she reminded me about this one time in 5th grade in Miss Mal class. We had I think we had like a show and tell or something like that. Or it was a talent show in class. And I remember me and Pappy made a song together and we was flaming people in the classroom. We'd be rapping and shit, and like certain motherfuckers that look funny, they got something funny on, like we'd basically rap about them, you know, but in a freestyle way. And I totally forgot that I even did that, but you know, she had like reminded me. She was like, yeah, I remember that shit. I was like, damn, that's crazy, because I forgot that shit. So that's how my rap journey was. Just having somebody like that, like, damn, this nigga raw as hell. He was the only rapper that I knew that was my age that was raw. Because we had older guys in the hood that was rapping too, man. Shout out to 10 Million. Shout out to TOC and all them, man. TOC, they was our older guys, man. Man, these niggas, I always get excited when I talk about these niggas, man. Like, these was the older guys. These were the niggas that got Pappy in the studio. You know what I'm saying? TOC, Tim. I still talk to Tim, man. That's my brother. But TOC was basically a rap group from my hood with real rappers. 10 Million, Kwame, Manny, 380. All these niggas. SG, like. And 10 Million was kind of like the front runner. I'm telling you, shorty, he used to rap like on some Nas shit, like Nas, J. Cole, Jay-Z shit. Back then, I'm talking before the drill era. I'm talking about 2009, 2010. Do your homework. We been had this hip hop shit up north. Look the shit up. I'll probably put some of the shit in this video.
If they only knew the real Timbuktu, they wouldn't hate what they couldn't understand. They wouldn't think my confidence was the same thing as being conceited. I'm just misunderstood. So I'm over their head just like a long shot, and I'm falling on them, homie, like a jump shot. And I wear my hair long like long locks, and they think me rasta, I take to blood clots. And I walk these blocks where the gun sparks, all I hear is gunshots. Don't make your body rock caught in the wrong spot. Fix your hat, homie. Raised with the GDs, head banged on the right, shaking up with the folks. I dedicated my life to the 6-point star. I made that bitch my wife. Tried to live by the codes, I made a religion. It was the prophecies that I ain't play with. Ran across the Torah, read it. I seen the star of David. What? I ain't no motherfucking Jew, nigga. My name Timbuktu.
Shorty ass had the hood going crazy. So as a shorty, I'm looking up to these niggas like, damn, these niggas going crazy. You feel me? But then Pappy was a nigga that was my age that was also going crazy. So I'm like, damn, this nigga is my age going crazy. I'm looking up to the older guys. Pappy right here, my age, doing the same shit. Damn, that shit was cold, bro. So then I just started to take that shit more serious. Like, man, I took that shit more serious, and I remember I gave up for a minute because I thought that I was trash. Cause I just remember I was just trying to get better and better and better. I wasn't really getting better like that. And Pappy was so motherfucking raw. I'm like, damn, I'm never finna get as good as this nigga. That's what I was always thinking. So I remember when I first started rapping in like 6th grade, I quit. Also, Pappy had transferred to a different school. He transferred to Uplift then. So Pappy left after 6th grade, you feel me? I'm still at McCutcheon. I was supposed to go to McCutcheon with, I was supposed to go to Uplift with Pappy, but at the last minute, my dad was like, nah, you already in 6th grade. You might as well just finish it all the way to 8th grade. You already been at this school since you was in kindergarten. You might as well do the whole thing. So I'm like, all right. But at that time, a lot of people from my school transferred to Uplift because Uplift was going through like a rebrand phase, you know, because it used to be a badass school that's called a Rye, but they was going through a rebrand and changed the name to Uplift, and they was recruiting kids from around the neighborhood to go to the school. At first, my dad was with it. He was like, okay, you trying to go to that school? Bet. But then last minute, he was like, you might as well just finish up your last 2 grades at McCutcheon. When Pappy left, I ain't really had nobody else in class to really rap with, you know what I'm saying? So I started playing sports. I always played sports, but I just took it more serious at that time. And at the same time, our school finally had a basketball team in 7th grade. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna do this. And then I start focusing more on basketball, you know what I'm saying? Start back rapping again towards the end of high school. But that's another story for another day, y'all. Appreciate the support, man. Make sure that y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel. We got more stories on the way, man. We got more content on the way. If you've been fucking with the reaction videos, man, let me know, man. Or let me know what type of content y'all want to see, man. The fucking movie is just getting started, baby. Love y'all. Sweet.